I want to step outside of the box of the normal conversation and step into the music bag. It's going to be introspective as well, but different little angle. And old ass rappers. No, old rappers. You know how we call rappers who's old, that they should give it up, they should stop rapping, this, that. If you, what they, Lil Uzi and them used to, or Lil Yachty used to say, if you 30 years old, you shouldn't be rapping. And now they 30, still rapping, you know. But me, as a fan of hip hop, rap, music in general, I never understood the concept of, you know, being old and stop rapping. This is your art form. This is how you convey messages. Now I believe certain topics, still rapping like you 17, 18, 20, still rapping about the same topics, and you haven't grown, or how you deliver your message hasn't grown. I believe that's an issue, yeah. But just because you 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, you shouldn't stop rapping. This is your art form. This is your medium. We don't tell painters to stop painting when they 30, 40, 50, 60. You know? Look at rock stars. They rock until they hit the grave. Look at Ozzy. Ozzy had a concert a week or 2 weeks before he passed. Literally. He died doing what he loved. Yet we ridicule rappers for being too old. Yet the older you get, the wiser you get, is the more that you can deliver to the people that can help the people. That's why I like older rappers. That's why I wish we had older rappers. Because me being 31, I don't necessarily want to listen to somebody who's 17, 18, who can't deliver me some kind of mental stimulation. Now, if you can flow on the beat and you got something catchy or something like that, it's cool for every now and then. I ain't tripping off that. Do your thing. I might peep in every now and then, whoop. You know what I'm saying? But for me to constantly listen to that, and I can't have no takeaways, I'm doing myself a disservice. One thing that really hurt me was when Andre 3000 said, he's 40, 50. And he was saying, what I'm going to rap about now? Colonoscopies? And I was like, yes. Yes, you're going to rap about colonoscopies. Like, yes, rap about how you got to go get a colonoscopy, how you feel, how your life is changing, all these type of things. Because now that opens up the eyes. Number one, you delivering a message to the people, you got to take care of your health. And it's showing maturity. You ain't got to be rapping about the same things when you was young as when you was older. We could be rapping about financial literacy. We could be rapping about, real estate. We can be rapping about how you dealing with your marriage, how you dealing with, getting older, dealing with relationships, dealing with kids, dealing with community, dealing with governments, trying to build businesses. Politics, this, in your form or your way of how you deliver it. Like one person who's older now, who's still rapping, that I'm a big fan of, is Jeezy. How his message started from, him selling dope and woo. So now he's talking about real estate and buildings and businesses and relationships and mental health. And it ain't corny. It ain't lame. You can still put it on and ride to it. And now your mind is even developing, as he's developed. And now you starting to think about businesses. Just like you was thinking about bricks in '03. And you think about 745s. And you think about throwing money in the club in '08. Now you think about building businesses. But I really think it's just our community, our people who turn a blind eye to wisdom or to the older people. We look at the young people to lead the way. And certain things, yeah, you could lead the way. I'm not tripping about that, But to tell you that we should look at the youth for everything, nah. And just shun the old, nah. Or the older, nah. Because like I said, I'm 31 and I'm just stepping into my bag of, intelligence, of wisdom. And not even say, and I haven't even hit my peak. I still see my prime in the distance. I'm not even there yet. So how could somebody tell me that because I'm getting older, I'm 31, that I should stop? Or I should stop doing what I'm doing because I'm older and ain't nobody going to listen to you. Like, that's preposterous. You get so much gain from people who's older than you, especially if they like you, because they want you to do better. They want you to get ahead. They don't want you to make the mistakes that they made. But what mistakes can somebody who's really young, who ain't really lived life, what mistakes can they tell you to avoid? Not saying wisdom can't come from somebody youthful. I'm not saying that. But how we are conditioned and how we look at these situations, we look at the youth again. What can they really convey to the older crowd, especially the youth that we pick or is picked for us? What do they really give back to us that could be useful past, just having fun? Like Pusha T and Malice, that Clips album, hard. And they older, they in their 40s. And I think Malice is in his 50s, 52 or something like that. And Pusha T is pushing like 47, 48 or something like that, almost 50. And we're going to tell them stop rapping? Like, come on. You get better like wine when you get older. But yet we shun him. We shun the old. Jay-Z, some of his best albums and the things that he could deliver to us intellectually or wisdom or whatever the case may be came out when he was older. That Magna Carta Holy Grail album, that 444 album, he really saying something on them. Like the other ones, like Reasonable Doubt, don't get me wrong, shit, that's heat. Don't get me wrong, that's heat. But that's 26 years old Jay-Z versus like 40 something. The billionaire Jay-Z was talking different than the than the thousandaire Jay-Z or the just touching million Jay-Z. I feel like if you older and you can still do your thing, you got a medium that's in art and people shunning you, don't let age define you. Even if you ain't started and you want to do something and you feel like you got to be youthful to do it. If you can do it, do it. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody shun you because of your age. I think whoever put that in place just did that because they understood that that creates more degeneracy. It's like you got elders in your community and you refuse to listen to them. That whole community is going to perish. You got elders who done been through life, living life, who done fucked up and bumped their head and they teaching you how not to. And we just choose to not listen. Yeah, there go there, yeah. Perishing will be on the menu. So, let me know how y'all feel about this. It's your favorite cousin Rich. Really do appreciate y'all for listening. Y'all be safe out there. Love and blessings.